All right, everybody, we're working through the quadratic functions and equations review. We're on question 27. For what value of k does 4x squared minus 5kx equal to negative 25 have no real roots? Okay, well, first of all, before we answer that question, we really should bring that over so that it's the quadratic here is equivalent to 0. Now I can take a quick look at the discriminant here. Now, that's going to be negative 5k squared minus 4 times a, which in this case is 4, times c, 25. Where does that equal 0? Oh, sorry, have no real roots. My mistake. My mistake. To have no real roots, this has to be less than 0. Okay? Sorry. Now, negative 5k squared is going to be 25, positive 25k, because a negative squared is positive. 4 times 25 is 100. Minus 4 would be minus 400. And again, I want this to be less than 0. So 25k squared less than 400, that's what we want that to be. Divide by 25, and I'm going to get k squared is less than, well, 25 divides into 400 how? Well, 25 goes into each 100 4 times. There's 4 of them, so there's going to be 16 25s there. Now this is an interesting spot to be in. K squared less than 16. Now, think about what that's saying here. That means if we take a number and square it, our result will be less than 16. Okay? When you take a square root, okay, normally when you take a square root, like for example, the square root, if this was k squared equals 16, this would be plus or minus 4. Okay? But it's not equal to, it's less than. So just think about this. For what kind of numbers on the number line, and we already know right now that the issue here is going to be negative 4 out to 4 here. This is along the number line here. We already know that those are the key values that get us the 16. So where do we get numbers that would be less than 16? Well, there's going to be the numbers in this interval here that are between negative 4 and 4, closer to 0 here. So the result here is going to be negative 4 is less than k is less than 4. That's the solution that we're looking at. Now, it's at this point here, it's harder to see how that works. There will be a tool that we'll use later on in the course that'll make that a little bit easier to work with. But for right now, just think about how that affects the number line.